They're very generous in many ways, even though they have very little. If you visit their houses, you know, they'll offer you something to drink. You know, they have fish cooking on there, and you know, oh, how's that? No, please try some. You know, even though they don't have very much, they're very good people. So you know, that's part of our interest in the people in this area, and you know, trying to help them out as they help themselves and also try to maintain their own culture. But in the long run, it's like I said before, the Agua language will disappear because there's no alternative. There's only a few hundred people at most that speak it fluently. Most of the children do not speak it at all, or if they do speak some, it's not very good Yagua. And so that language will disappear, but hopefully they'll be able to retain some of their culture. Some of the other native groups in South America are much larger than the Agua, and they do have a good chance. In Peru, there are two languages that are widely spoken. Sorry. Anybody wants anything out of here? Yeah, better. Yeah, okay. Ahí está. Este joven acá está buscando una esposa. No, Danilo. ¿Qué es este cadáver? The parrot feathers technically are not legal either. The red feathers here, these are all macaw feathers. They're a CITES species. And Comandancia, they don't put them on anymore because we've pulled them out.
Bueno, bueno.
So whatever you would like.
Small necklace or bracelets.
We're stuck. No, okay, that sounds good to me. No, we'll say these.
César, ayúdale al amigo.
Cambio. Bueno. Bueno, cambio esto por esto. Bueno. La ropa. Ok. Esto. Bueno, no.
Get something like a bag.
Shoes. Someone wants to exchange.
Cámbiale zapatillas por él.
No, esto es.
Eso es, chicos.
Baby, do you want it? Nie? Słuchaj, baby. No, ciepły, co nie?
A karetka?
Ale na co to wszystkiego?
A karetka?
Zapytamy tego, czy on chce wziąć.
Take everything in here?
Ale jemu trzeba dać, może on wie.
Mira, que las tres. Eso las tres. Mira.
señores.
¿Hasta cuándo va a estar de vuelta? Para llegar a los tejidos nuevamente.
No sé si terminar.
No estamos bien tejer más.
Pero sí. Okay, watch out so you can see planes up there.
Ajá. Cuatro cabezas. Ah, sí. Encima de la cama. No hace. Listo. Dale, dale. Ya, nos vemos.
Adiós, adiós.
Adiós, Leo. Que tenga
Adiós.
buen vida.
This is the school.
Tres, dos, no queda.
Yep. You know what? I'm thinking to take this and one of those. This one, this one.
This one in the spear.
What would you call this?
This one. Bow and arrow.
And this is for hunting, right?
This is for hunting.
What
That's
about those? What about this one? It's for
that's a
hunting
blowgun,
too.
but that's not the original size. That's only for show. Just to,
This is the original show.
well, the original size is twice as bigger than this, you know, long and bigger material. But this is the right material. This is more what they do more training. So this belongs to two different persons here. So.
Okay. So it doesn't matter.
Let's
I have some clothes, hats, batteries.
¿Qué quieres por esto? Tiene gorritas, bolitos, de mujeres. Completo.
Słuchajcie, on widział to dziecko, takie straszne mamuszki tam poranione, że może coś on ma?
A ty masz wiedzę.
Ale co?
Rather red-tailed bull. He may bite. No. I wouldn't be holding him if he was poisonous. But a lot of the snakes, they won't try and bite the hand that's holding them. But you know, if I put my other hand out here, he'll probably strike at it if it's too close. Oh, no, you can get closer. He doesn't have that big of a...
Вот, понянет, так я вижу.
Pizza酱，肉酱不能这个，这个慢慢酱。
And do for me. Czekaj, ja ci dam.
Blowguns.
They got smoke. Muy bien, yeah.
Tak, ja wiem, to nie jest przygotowany, że sznurek przywieziony jest i kitowski, czy jakaś miejscowa.
¿Alguien de aquí está? No. They like getting.
¿Quién va a guardar este para mí? Unos minutos nada más.
Okay, look what you like to.
Ale zobacz, nie ma kłótni, nie ma...
You got a camera? Can you take a picture of them both together? So after that, you send them back.
Yeah.
They're fun. Unos sencillos.
Plantas medicinales, otros en la música,
Plata de reserva.
en varias cosas. Entonces van a estar acá en la comunidad casi todos los días.
Por ejemplo, donde teníamos problemas con los colonos, ahí voy a hacer una maloca y también atrás hay montes vírgenes y pueden hacer los mismos estudios.
¿Y ya está solucionado este lindero más o menos?
Sí, el ingeniero vino
I'm going to do it.
Już można? Już można? Poczekaj tak, cukierczkę muszę dać do jeść, żeby on trzymał. Okay, look what you like. No.
Tak, ja wiem, to nie jest przygotowany, że sznurek przywieziony jest i kitowski, czy jakaś
A ty masz bieg?
Red-tailed bull. He may bite.
Brawo.
Viene un grupo, una vez más, porque viene un grupo.
Teraz ja idę za tym. Za... Mirem?
Pasa, latte fuori. Come across straight between them.
Puede ser lo mismo, no importa.
There was always a little bit of warfare going on between tribes or between different clans, but there was still a fair amount of trade and intermarriage in between different groups to prevent inbreeding. But one of the things that people did that prevented damage to the environment was that they moved, every couple of years. They would move to a new site on the river, change the location of their village, and that was good. It let the forest regenerate, it let animal populations come back to the levels that they were without having a lot of people present. And it was also good for the people because when they moved locations, they left behind all the parasites in the soil. They were in a new location where, there wasn't a lot of human waste buildup, so it benefited both the natural environment and the people to be moving fairly frequently. With the European arrival and with the creation of Peru and then, outsiders coming in and living in this area, all of that changed, of course. Before then, there was no concept of private property. You know, this piece of land is mine. You know, property was a very fluid thing. You know, if you were living on it, you had use of it, but if you left it, somebody else could make use of it. With modern society, that was no longer the case, and so the people had to stop a nomadic lifestyle and adopt a sedentary lifestyle. And this was promoted both by the government, because government wanted to know where people were and what they were doing. It was promoted by the church and by missionaries, because they wanted to convert people to Western religion, and if people were moving around all the time, they couldn't get a hold of them and pull them into church. And it was also promoted by business, because business, the traders, the rubber tappers, they wanted a stable workforce. They wanted people in one place where they could, sell their products or find workers for their factories or for their farms or whatever. All of that had a very negative impact on the culture of the native people in this area. For one thing, they were, their old style of life disappeared entirely. They became dependent on other people for the very first time, because when they were living in one place for too long, they hunted out all the animals around there. There weren't so many animals left anymore. They needed to, buy food items or other items from traders, which meant that they had to find a way to make money or find something that they could sell or trade to the traders in order to get what they needed. And this was something that they hadn't had to do before. There was also a lot of racism in all of South America and in North America also, of course, with the Native Americans. And for many generations, people who were not of European ancestry or were not of at least mixed ancestry, were told that they were stupid, they were second-class citizens. All of the good jobs, all the government positions were held by people of European ancestry. And that continued until quite recently, maybe only 30 or 40 years ago. The mentality started changing, and there was more awareness of how this kind of attitude was affecting the native people in Peru and elsewhere in the Amazon. And you still have some of that racism even today, especially with people from the big cities like Lima. They look down upon people who are not pure-blood European ancestry or who have native features. They have derogatory names for them, just like Americans have derogatory names for certain groups of people within the United States or Canada. And so it's something that takes a long time to change. But in the past 20 years, and especially in the past 10 years, the native peoples themselves have started to organize more, started to promote their identity, make contacts with other native groups, not only in Peru but also internationally. And they're trying to do something to say, we're Native Americans, we have a unique culture, that's something that we can be proud of, we have something that we can offer the rest of the world through our knowledge of traditional medicine, through our knowledge of how to live with the rainforest, how to make use of many different things in the rainforest. And that's something that a lot of people outside of the area are trying to encourage, Project Amazonas being just one of many different organizations and people that are encouraging them to be proud of who they are and to not be embarrassed to be of Indian ancestry and to be a Native American. There are still lots of problems. The government of Peru has done some very good things for the native groups in that it has given communities communal title to their land. So for instance, Comandancia, the village we traded at this morning, has title to 5,000 hectares of land. As a community, not as any individual in the community. But that land cannot be sold to somebody, it cannot be traded for anything. It belongs to the entire community, and the community, in theory, decides how that land is going to be used. The problem is that frequently the borders of these communal lands are not marked. They're lines on a map. Nobody knows exactly where they are. And so you have other people that come in, they say, well, this land doesn't really belong to you. You know, I have the land over here, I have a title, see, here's my paperwork from Iquitos or from Lima. I'm going to clear the forest, sell the lumber, and, you know, raise cattle on it or something. Or they just intimidate the native people and say, you know, what can you do? I'm here, I'm going to do this, you know, I have contacts in Iquitos, I know important people. Or you can go on and on and on, and you don't start falling asleep, you don't get bored, you know, it's interesting.